We have the Golden Globes coming up this weekend, this Sunday actually. And wouldn't you know, we have the nominees right here. We want to do a little, isn't it though? It's almost as if we knew we would be talking about this. So we're going to do a little guesstimation here about who we think will win the Golden Globes.
Dun, 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 dun.
We're not going to go through it category by category necessarily, but like let's start with some of the major ones. I'm gonna rattle off Best Motion Picture Drama nominees.
Okay.
And then we'll say who we think will win and why. Boyhood, Foxcatcher, The Imitation Game, Selma, and The Theory of Everything.
Yes.
Okay, which one do you think will win? Best Motion Picture Drama for the Golden Globes.
I think that, oddly enough, and I wouldn't have thought this 6 months ago, but I feel like Linklater's Boyhood actually has a good shot to win. But if not Boyhood, then I would think that it would go to The Imitation Game.
Yeah.
And now there's people that are predicting Boyhood will take it, right?
Yeah.
That it's a race now between Imitation Game and Boyhood. The only thing that I would think would tip the scales with The Imitation Game is that, as we've been talking about previously, it does have a little bit more of a message. You know, it sort of has a little more weight behind it. Boyhood's lovely.
Yeah.
And I think it might be awarded just for being the grand experiment that it is, which isn't to take anything away from that it's very good.
Yeah.
But nothing like this has been done before, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Boyhood would be getting half the notice that it's gotten if the exact same story was told, but with different actors playing the kid at different ages. Nobody would be talking about it.
I agree. Let's just, for the folks who may not know, let's talk about what we're talking about in terms of Boyhood as an experiment.
Basically, Boyhood was shot over 12 years, the same cast, and you essentially see this little kid grow up on screen. Yeah. There's no like 5 years later, none of that. And it's remarkable because you'll just see this kid change a little bit every other scene. And he literally just grows up during the course of the movie. And it ends with him as a young man starting in college.
Yeah.
And it's remarkable in that regard. But I think you take that away from it, and it's a very good, you know, coming of age story. But I don't think anybody would be talking about it regardless.
I agree with you. And I mean, you know, look, I think it's really incredible. I remember when it, as an experiment. Now, this isn't something that could happen very often. I remember reading one article when Boyhood came out where someone was saying, you know, pontificating like, oh yeah, we're no longer going to see CG, this is how it's going to be done. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. No, it's not. Because who can really do that? I mean, this was Linklater doing a very Linklater thing of like, I'm going to play with the way filmmaking is done. And you know what? I think that should be rewarded because it doesn't have to be somebody else playing with it in this particular way. But I am a fan of people experimenting and bringing new things to this medium.
So you think Boyhood's going to win the Golden Globe?
Ultimately,
that's your final.
No, I actually think Imitation Game will.
Okay, see, I think Imitation Game might as well. I know that Selma's really been getting a lot of buzz of late, so I think Selma has a real shot. But I think Imitation Game, because it's a World War II drama, and it also, yes, it has a political element to it as well. I think Imitation Game has the edge, and also it's a Weinstein production.
Oh,
and they like him at the Globes.
It's not even just that they like him, it's that he is the best campaigner for awards ever.
Yeah.
Like, if that man wants an award for his movie, he's probably going to get it.
Yeah.
And so
that's why I think,
I actually love Selma. I saw it last weekend, and I think it is beautifully directed. It is really good. And of those films, I think I'd actually like to see Selma win.
Yeah. I still think it's got a hell of a shot for it.
I think it's getting more and more buzz right now. Now it's a late release. It got released limited.
And there weren't a lot of screeners sent out for it. So there's a chance that
not enough people have seen it. That's my concern.
To get the vote. So that's why I think I do agree with you that it's between Boyhood and Imitation Game, and I'm gonna say Imitation Game will edge it out. Now
I will say that, but what's interesting is that I think for the last 2 years, the winner at the Golden Globes also won the Oscar.
Yeah.
But that if not enough people have seen Selma right now, maybe that could change by the time the Academy Awards rolls around.
We'll see. Now let's move on then to Best Motion Picture, Comedy or Musical, and the nominees are Birdman, which we actually labeled as a drama in our best of stuff, but it's a drama.
It could go either way.
Birdman, Grand Budapest Hotel, Into the Woods, Pride, and St. Vincent. I think it's pretty
clear cut.
Pretty clear. I think Birdman's going to take it, but I wouldn't be surprised if Into the Woods didn't eke it up because everyone loves Meryl. You know?
I mean, I think it's so hard to tell with the Golden Globes, the Hollywood Foreign Press, what they're going to do sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
because they've made some interesting choices.
Yeah, and there's definitely a curious history there that we don't necessarily have to elaborate on, but you can Google it for yourself.
Yeah, there's a very curious history, and they like stars. I mean, like, now, having said that, Michael Keaton is the lead in Birdman. That doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
There's a great hook in this movie, and it's my favorite movie of the year. As a side note, I think it is excellent. I think it should. It's my favorite of the year. I think it's going to win. I think it should win.
Okay, let's move on to Best Animated Feature Film. The nominees are Big Hero 6, The Book of Life, The Box Trolls, How to Train Your Dragon 2, and The Lego Movie. I want the Lego Movie to win, but I'm thinking it won't actually get Best Animated Feature from the Globes. I think it's got a pretty good shot at the Oscar.
What do you think it's going to get from the
I think for the Globes, I have a feeling Book of Life might actually take it. You know? Because it's got a more kind of international appeal and flavor to it. And I'd be perfectly fine with it winning. I really enjoy that film. And Big Hero 6 is great fun too. I've not seen Box Trolls or How to Train Your Dragon 2. I will fess up to those.
I think that it probably doesn't matter because I don't think either one of those will win. But not because I'm not hating on them either. I really am not. I'm just saying I don't.
Well, you liked Box Trolls enough.
I thought it was alright. I mean, I enjoyed it. A lot of other people did not. But I love the Lego Movie so much.
Yeah.
I actually do think that will win.
Okay.
And I kind of think it should win.
Okay. So, all right. Well, I want it to win, but I think Book of Life might actually.
If it's not that, then I think it might be Book of Life.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, Best Actor Drama. Let's just rattle these off real quick. Steve Carell, Foxcatcher, Benedict Cumberbatch, Imitation Game, Jake Gyllenhaal, Nightcrawler, David Oyelowo for Salma, and Eddie Redmayne for The Theory of Everything. Don't worry, Michael Keaton is nominated, but under comedy.
Yeah.
So, of those ones, I actually think Cumberbatch is kind of a slam dunk in that one.
The only person that I think may usurp Cumberbatch, because I think that Cumberbatch is pretty likely at this point, not just because it's a good performance, which it definitely is.
But he's British.
But he's British. No,
and this is the foreign awards.
He's a favorite.
David Oyelowo and Eddie Redmayne are also British, though.
I was going to say the only one that I think could usurp Cumberbatch is Eddie Redmayne.
Yeah.
Because he's fantastic in that movie. The best thing to me about that movie is the performances, and they are great. Both he and Felicity Jones are great, but he had more of a challenge, in the sense of a technical challenge for an actor.
Right.
He had more of one in playing Stephen Hawking. So I feel like it's possible that they could reward that.
I think, you know what?
Which is fair enough.
I think you're gonna end up being proven right. I think it's Redmayne, but I'm gonna stick with Cumberbatch because he's such a popular flavor right now.
He is such a popular flavor.
We're gonna do best actress drama, and then don't worry with this. We're not gonna go through everything, but we're gonna do best actor and actress comedy after this. But best actress drama.
Yes.
Jennifer Aniston, Cake. Felicity Jones, The Theory of Everything. Julianne Moore, Still Alice. Rosamund Pike, Gone Girl. Reese Witherspoon, Wild. I think even though Julianne Moore is getting all this buzz, I think for the reasons why you pointed out Eddie Redmayne, I do wonder if Felicity Jones won't get it. You know,
it's possible, and Felicity Jones is certainly popular as an actress. You know what I mean, and just in that community.
Yeah.
I actually do think it's going to be Julianne Moore because she has so much heat right now.
Yeah.
I love Rosamund Pike and Gone Girl.
I know. She was finished. if I could vote in this, that's who.
That's who I would vote
yeah.
for too. I just think she's so terrific in that
Yeah.
movie, and the whole movie
Such
rests
a
on
complicated role.
such a great role, such a complicated role.
If that performance didn't work or didn't ring true,
whole movie falls apart.
None of it would have worked.
Yeah, because that movie entirely rests on her working, and she did so beautifully,
Yeah.
I would vote for her. However, Julianne Moore has so much heat right now. I really do think it's going to be her.
Okay. All right. So Best Actress Comedy Musical is Amy Adams, Big Eyes, Emily Blunt, Into the Woods, Helen Mirren, The 100-Foot Journey, Julianne Moore, Maps to the Stars, and Kivenze Wallace. God, I can't believe I still screw up her name. Annie, for Annie.
Annie.
I
don't know why I said that way, by the way.
Annie. I think it's going to be Emily Blunt, actually.
I think there's a real good shot.
Yeah.
I think it's a real good shot that it's Emily Blunt. Yeah.
And she's really charming in that movie, too.
Yeah, because she's great, too. I mean,
Yeah.
she's such a versatile actress. I think it really could be her.
Okay.
We're going to go with her.
Okay. So, Best Actor, Comedy Musical, Ralph Fiennes, Grand Budapest Hotel, Michael Keaton, Birdman, Bill Murray, St. Vincent, Joaquin Phoenix, Inherent Vice, Christoph Waltz, Big Eyes. Keaton. All right.
I mean, done.
Yeah.
And not only is he going to win in that category, I think he's got a good shot at
I really
Oscar.
hope he wins the Oscar.
Yeah.
All right. Well, those are, I think we don't need to go through like the supporting actor. Oh, let's do one last one. Best Director. Because there's no comedy or drama on that one. This is one. So
Yeah.
here's what we have.
list.
We have Wes Anderson, Grand Budapest, Ava DuVernay for Selma, Fincher, Gone Girl, Inarritu. Did I say that right? Inarritu for Birdman, and Linklater for Boyhood.
Again, I think that Linklater, okay, I will say this. I absolutely want Inarritu to win.
Yeah.
Not just this, but the Academy Award as well, because I think he just directed the living heck out of that movie.
Yeah.
However, I think that Linklater's got a really good shot,
Yeah.
because of the grand experiment. If it's not Inarritu, and it's, then I would like to see Ava win. Selma's so well directed. In lesser hands, that movie could be a movie of the week.
Yeah.
And it's not even close.
Cool. All right. Yeah. I want Inarritu to win, but I think Linklater will get it.
I think he will too.
All right, guys. Well, those are our picks for who we think will win the Golden Globes. Not necessarily always who we want to win, but who we think will win. We want to hear from you, who you think and who you want to see win at the Golden Globes, which are this Sunday night.